All right, let's just get right into it. What if I were to tell you that everything you've ever been taught about money was incomplete? And not just incomplete, but a deliberate misdirection. A kind of curriculum designed for the masses to keep you, well, to keep you in your place. Today, we're not here for a lesson. We're here to pull back the curtain on a system you were never, ever meant to truly understand.
And this really is the fundamental truth of it all. The financial system isn't chaos, and it certainly isn't fair. It's a game. But here's the part they don't tell you. There are two different rule books. They hand you one version designed to make you a good little player on the board. But they keep the other version for themselves, the one that lets them be the house.
So let's be perfectly clear. There's the game you're taught to play, and then there's the game the wealthy are actually playing. And believe me, these two games never, ever intersect. They run on completely different principles with completely different goals. One of these paths, well, it leads to a lifetime of trading your time for money. The other leads to ownership.
You ever ask yourself, why don't they teach this stuff in school? It's almost a naive question, isn't it? The system is functioning exactly as it's supposed to. It was engineered from the ground up to create a steady stream of reliable, hardworking employees. People who know how to follow the rules, who show up on time, and who keep the whole economic engine humming. It was never, ever designed to create a generation of owners who might actually challenge the entire structure.
Okay, so just look at this. It's pretty stark when you put the two rule books side by side. On the left, you've got the stuff they drill into your head. Save your money, make a budget, get a good job with a steady paycheck. It's the responsible path. But then, look at the column on the right. This is the language they speak behind closed doors. Leverage, velocity, arbitrage. This isn't just a different vocabulary, you understand. It's a completely different philosophy about what money even is.
All right, let's dig into the first of these silent rules. And I'll warn you, this one is going to feel completely backward. It's meant to. We're going to talk about debt. You'd been taught your whole life that debt is evil, right? A trap you have to avoid at all cost. Well, that's part of the programming.
Here's the paradox, right here on the screen. For most people, debt is used to buy liabilities. You know, cars, gadgets, vacations, things that lose value the second you buy them. It's an anchor that weighs you down. But for the wealthy, they use the exact same tool, debt, as a lever. They use it to acquire assets, real estate, businesses, things that generate more money. So for one, debt is an anchor. For the other, it's a rocket engine.
Think about that phrase, a cheat code. It's kind of perfect. When you borrow money from a bank, that money isn't considered income, so it's not taxed. The wealthy take that massive chunk of tax-free capital and they pour it into an asset that produces cash flow and grows in value. They're literally playing the game with the bank's money, tax-free, to build their own empire. It's not some hidden secret. It's just a rule in the book you weren't supposed to read.
The second rule is all about dismantling another one of those sacred cows, the idea that saving your money is virtuous. The image of your money sitting safely in a bank, slowly earning a tiny bit of interest. It's a very comforting illusion, isn't it? The problem is, it's a losing game.
This is probably the most important insight you can have about money. It has to move. When your money sits still in a savings account, it's stagnating. Worse, it's silently being eaten away by inflation, that invisible tax on people who don't know the rules. The wealthy understand that money isn't some treasure you hoard in a chest. It's a current, and it needs to be directed. So the mantra isn't save and hold. No, it's reinvest and rotate. You follow the cycle. A dollar comes in, it immediately goes out into an asset. That asset then pays you. And that return, it doesn't get spent. It gets reinvested to start the cycle all over again, only faster and bigger. See, wealth isn't about how much money you have. It's about how hard and how fast that money is working for you. That is velocity.
Now we get to the most precious resource any of us have. The one thing you can never get more of, your time. The entire structure of the 40-hour workweek is built on a fundamental mathematical trap. A trap that very few people ever escape. This is the cage, linear income. You trade 1 hour of your life for a set amount of money. Simple. You can work harder, get a small raise, maybe work overtime, but you are always limited by the number of hours in a day you can't scale. And because you can't scale, you can never become truly wealthy this way. It's mathematically impossible. This model was designed for you to produce, not to prosper.
And right here, this is the arbitrage. This is the great secret. While the middle class is busy selling their time, their one finite life, the wealthy are out there buying it. They buy the time of their employees, their contractors, their specialists.
They leverage the time of hundreds, even thousands, of other people to build their assets. So one person sells 40 hours a week. The other buys 40,000 hours a week. Who do you think wins that?
And finally, we come to the rule that's hidden in plain sight. It's disguised as a punishment, but it's actually a set of instructions. I'm talking about taxes. Most people see the tax code as this big, scary, punitive thing designed to take their money. And that is a profound misunderstanding of what it is.
If you can internalize this one idea, everything changes. Those thousands and thousands of pages of tax law, they're not a bill. They are a treasure map. It's the government literally telling you exactly what it wants and needs people with capital to do. And they offer massive incentives, we call them tax breaks, to anyone willing to go out and solve those problems for them.
So where does this map lead? Well, the government wants its citizens to have housing, right? So they offer huge advantages like depreciation to real estate investors. They want energy independence, so they give big credits for investing in energy. They need people to have jobs, so they reward entrepreneurs who create them. All you have to do is follow the map. Solve the government's problems, and they will let you keep far more of your money. It's really that simple.
So there you have it. We've walked through the 4 foundational rules of this shadow curriculum. Now, this isn't me giving you financial advice. This is me revealing that you have a choice to keep playing the game you were taught, or to start playing the one you were never even supposed to know existed.
You've seen the 2 rulebooks now. You understand the core ideas of leverage, velocity, and arbitrage. You can no longer say you don't know. The curtain has been pulled back. You've seen the gears of the machine.
So here you are, standing at a crossroads, looking at 2 different game boards. The rules of the world haven't changed. The game is going to continue, with or without you. But now you can see both versions. You know the rules for the players, and you know the rules for the house. So the only question left, the only one that really matters is, which game will you play?